Yes.
It's the pillow and you're right in your back, but it's good lumbar support.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it's good lumbar.
All right. I'll go with it.
I wanted to ask you something to get going. As a fellow theater buff like myself, you went and saw Suffs.
Yes.
Okay. Did you know anything about it before you went? Did you listen to any of the songs? Did you listen to music? I get getting a synopsis about it is fine, but is it a musical?
It is a musical.
Did you listen to any of the songs beforehand?
No, I just knew the premise.
Do you want to? Did you want to? Or did you want to go in with a clean slate and not do anything about it?
I always like to go in with a clean slate.
So you're like me, and I was thinking about this. I was listening because I was driving by myself. I was driving by myself for 6 hours up to Salt Lake. I was listening to Six.
Okay.
And I was thinking, because it's a great musical and great songs, Cassidy and I listened to that one time through before we went and saw it. Because
that's almost the entire musical.
No, yeah. And I'm like, so Rent is my favorite musical of all time. It will always be. She's been with me. We're married now. She's been with me. She has not seen it yet because she hasn't seen it yet, and she hasn't listened to any of the songs because I don't want her to hear any of the songs before she sees the whole musical.
She has to know Seasons of Love.
She knows Seasons of Love.
Okay.
And she knows the one between the two girls arguing, and it's like their fight arguing song.
Okay.
Idina Menzel in the original cast. She is Elsa, for those of you.
Yes.
She's Elphaba, OG Elphaba, and she is Elsa. I'm trying to put it, because no one's going to know her for Rent. But
right.
that was her breaking out thing. So those are the only two songs she's heard, and I don't want her to hear anything else. And I was driving by myself, so I got to listen to Rent on the way up. So that was the thing, and I wanted to get other people's perspective too. So if you're seeing this comment on it, I wanted to know if you guys like to listen to the music before you go see the musical. So I get the argument for it. Like, I want to know the music, I want to know the words, so I can sing along or mouth along or something. So Hamilton, I had never heard anything before I watched it on Disney Plus. And then a lot of these other ones, I don't like to hear the songs. Six is for me is actually a rare occasion where I actually heard the songs.
I thought Six was about Bill Russell before we went to see it because it was right after Bill Russell passed, and yeah.
Yeah, I my mom told me, she's like, you have to see Six, like it's about Henry VIII, and I'm like, cool, and then like, I love it.
See, my thing is I like to go in blind with a completely clean slate. Like, I know the story. Sometimes I don't even know what the story is, but usually it's pretty obvious. And we go to the announcements of the new season here.
I just see it come online, and I look up what the new season will be.
Yeah, we kind of like the guy that's in charge, Myron. He kind of gives a little synopsis of it, anyways. But what I'll do is listen afterwards. If there are things that I missed, like the next day, I'll always put it on. For example, there's this great song in Suffs called "Great American Bitch." And
is it or is this a new songwriter theater person coming up, or is this someone that you would know?
That I don't know.
I'll look it up. I'll put her here.
Yeah, I'm not exactly positive on that, but
it must have been good.
I thought it was great. Okay. I thought it was a really, really good show. It's pieces of history that don't get shared enough, as we have continued to reveal the white male version of history in the United States. And this one definitely covered some female portions of history. And I think the best, most interesting, when it comes to not just musicals, but anything that makes you want to learn more. And I found myself looking up the stories of these individuals. And, there's only so much you can fit in a 2.5 hour musical. But it was very, very interesting. And once again, I found that the history books and history classes that I grew up with completely failed me. Oof. But I think pretty much everybody that went to school in the United States throughout the 1980s, 90s, and 2000s, and 2010s, and 2020s, and ever has been completely failed.
Well, of course, the winner is always going to write the story, right?
Right.
So
and even though in this case the women won, did they? Did they really?
I got to look more into it.
I thought it was a great musical, and I recommend it highly.
Right. I'm not sure when the Tonys come around. I feel like we just watched them not too long ago, so
I think it was a couple months ago. Yeah.
Maybe so. The coming up one, maybe it'll be up for something. I just was curious to get someone else's because I'm not. I don't want her to. And again, there's a movie Rent, and it was good, but it cuts out a lot, and I want her to get the whole story. That's really why, because I want her to go see the production of it first, because there's so much more in it. The movie makes it seem like it takes place over a week, and then in the first act, but it's really just a day. It's Christmas Eve to day. They take it to New Year's in the movie. So
I've never seen the movie, so
the movie it's like 95% of the original Broadway cast. Okay. But there's a couple people that got replaced. Rosario Dawson Ahsoka does come in to play a character.
Oh,
and
nice.
She sings and she does okay.
Star Wars.
Yeah. I wanted to hit on that. So that was it.
I actually had a question for you too. This is not related to anything at all, but I thought it was a very interesting would you rather? You know, the would you rathers. You know, and usually...
I'll make an animation. Would you rather?
Would you rathers are usually stupid. Like, would you rather have sex with somebody who's 4 years old or 80 years old? And you're putting this, like, what kind of stupid question is that? But this was a good one.
One's illegal.
Yeah. And one is probably going to kill somebody. Would you rather be able to understand and communicate in every language, or would you rather be able to talk to animals?
I knew that was going to be the second half. I was like, because like, that's such a good one.
And that is probably the best one I've heard. Yeah,
the wheelhouse, because you're like, if I'm able to speak every language, I can get one of the best jobs in the U.S. government, probably being an ambassador, being a translator, and then you think about how many forms of communication. Are you talking languages or all forms of communication?
Just because ultimately languages, yeah.
Because there's non-verbal communications, and a lot of the old tribes communicate via that. So, but
and sign language.
I would take animals.
Well, and that's funny because everybody I've asked this to in the like 3 days since I've heard that and seen, everybody has said animals, myself included. I think animals
are better than people.
Like right? Animals?
Like Christoph says that. We're just keeping with the Frozen theme. Reindeers are better than people.
There you go. It just for me is like just to be like when you're going to work in the morning and you see the rabbits out there chewing on their grass, just to be able to say good morning to the bunnies, or you see the little pigeons and you say, "Hey, pigeon, make sure to go poop on that guy's car because he parked illegally," or whatever, you know. That type of stuff I think would be cool, and you know we always have the ability to use Google Translate these days.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to the point where it's like Google Glasses that can translate with an earpiece that comes out the back.
I keep seeing those on the TikTok shop.
Oh, that's a thing. So it's already a thing.
Apparently it's a thing, but I don't know if it's a real thing because I will go get my nails done at a Korean nail parlor with one of those things and find out what they are saying about me if they actually legitimately work. But I still don't think they do.
No, they can't program in. You know, there's so many different, like you have a language, but then you have like sub dialects and sub accents and those and something that means something. Like there's so many British idioms that we have absolutely no. We're speaking the same language, but we're not.
Right, exactly.
And Spanish is even like every country I've noticed doing a lot of the work that I did in bartending and meeting and working in restaurants and meeting people from El Salvador, Guatemala, Panama, Brazil. They all speak, well, Brazil doesn't, they speak Portuguese, but they all speak Spanish, but it's all a different Spanish and it's different accents that you can hear. And something that means something in Mexican doesn't necessarily mean that in Argentinian.
Right.
Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Argentina.
Like when I learned Spanish back east in Massachusetts, we learned
formal
Spanish.
Usted?
Yeah. We did not learn Mexican Spanish. So when I came out here thinking, I'm like, oh, I know enough Spanish to get by. And people who are from El Salvador, from Mexico, are laughing at me. Oh, Mateo, you don't know Spanish. Good try. That's not what we say. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Ustedes and the accents and yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we do. We do say that. We say that in Barcelona, but we may not say that in Tijuana. But, oh, well. I had another thing I thought completely unrelated to, but do you know the kids these days, how they have all their weird slangs?
Bet. No cap.
Yes. And the new, like, the thing is 6'7".
So I learned the Gen Z slang, and now I need to learn the Gen Alpha slang.
Yeah.
So
you got to learn Nobody knows what 6'7" is. Like, you ask people 6'7", and they just say 6'7".
8?
Well, here's my thing, is I feel bad for 68. Because now you got 67, and then like our generation has 69. But poor 68 is stuck in the middle.
What is it? What does 6'7" mean?
I don't know. Nobody knows what it means. That's the thing. You can't look it up. Like you ask,
it has
ask
to mean
kids,
something.
6'7". Like I've heard all sorts of crazy things. Nobody knows.
At the other studio, there was a younger guy. He was like, I'm in my late 30s now, and he would teach me like the later Gen Z, younger, like no cap and bet and mogging, which is like doing something with your face to make your jawline more pronounced, like Giga Chads and shit. I mean, this is stuff that I had to learn too, but
okay.
But like, yeah, I mean, we used to say my bad, and we used to say, that's gay. Like that's a millennial thing, and feel bad for that. What retarded, that kind of stuff. I don't like that anymore.
The one that like that I see, and I see this all the time, where like parents will take their kids and they'll be like, oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? These are things we used to say. Nobody ever says props. I'm like,
give props?
Yeah.
Oh, I say it all the time.
Like mad
shout out.
Well,
I actually say shout out, which is, I feel like a Gen Z alpha, but shout out. I don't know. Give your props. You tip of the cap. Yeah, I think is usually what I'm doing.
Like I would say, like if my kid knew what props meant, I'd be like, all right, props. And if they were like, oh, something in a play,
I'm scared for my baby girl.
Oh, yeah.
Is she gonna be Gen Beta?
Is that what it's gonna be called?
She's gonna be born in 26. The kids now are Gen Alpha, like my nephew and niece.
Alpha is 2010 or older.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
We'll find her out. I'll put it right here. 12 minutes in, no sports. It's fine though.
All right, yeah, we could get there. It's fast talk, not fast sports.
Slow sports.
We can get to it all. We got a rivalry day coming up tonight. That's why he's wearing the Golden Knights shirt and I'm wearing the Bruins shirt, because the Bruins are in Vegas.
Pretty early. I always feel like I want the Bruins game to be later.
Me too.
They both kind of hit their stride.
I totally had forgotten about this game until Tuesday, and I thought, oh crap, the Bruins are coming up. It showed up on my reminder, and I hadn't bought the ticket yet. So
there's a lot of East Coast at West Coast tonight. I believe the Penguins are at the Kings, and
they're black and gold,
and someone else is at Anaheim or something like that. Who got the Bruins? Did you see the Mammoth mascot reveal?
I did. Tusky.
That his name? I didn't see it. I only saw the video of him.
Tusky looks like he could be...
It's tough to do an elephant anamorphic.
Yes.
And not make him... Well, I feel like Alabama does a great job.
Big Al is a good elephant.
He looked too skinny, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, I thought so too.
Because Big Al does a good job of getting the girth that is an elephant.
Right. I agree there. And also A's mascot, Stomper. He is also a big guy. Not a big elephant is Ellie over there in New York, but Tusky looks like he could be Ellie's grandpa. I don't know.
I did not realize how many elephant mascots.
Yeah, there's a little too many. I mean, I guess Tusky's a mammoth.
He's a mammoth.
Not an elephant, but he's kind of...
They should have just said, fuck it, and gone for the 2-person mascot outfit. Like a Halloween outfit.
Oh, yeah. Like what you see on cartoons and stuff. That would have been great. Then you're going to hire a whole bunch of people to do that.
2 people.
Imagine if one of them farts in the suit. Oh, my God. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 people, and then a third person has to work the trunk and stuff, right? I don't know. Tusky, huh? I'm fine with that. That's a fine name.
Yeah.
Tusky's good.
I think it's good. I think it fits. It looks kind of like the logo. So.
Yeah, no, it does. And I'm good with the logo. I would have leaned Yeti over Mammoth. I thought Yeti would have been fucking fantastic. Keeping in the what do you call them? The mythical creatures. Kraken.
Oh yes.
Yeti. There's a word for it. I can't think of it. I'll put it right here.
Mythological?
It's another word besides that. There's an actual like
not real? Fictional?
Mazoology or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, now once you get to know too many syllables, I'm out.
You got nifflers and
narwhals.
Yeah, narwhals. That's another one.
No, I think they're real.
Oh, narwhals are real. I'm losing it, man.
I think they are real. I don't know, actually. I've never actually seen one.
And I think narwhals are real.
I wonder if
Narwhals
they
are
have one at Shark Reef.
which I've never been to.
Let's go. We could take Fast Talk on the road.
Yeah.
We're coming to you live from Shark Reef.
Yeah, the
All
other
with a narwhal.
the other podcast was asking me how they could do a live from the Aces show.
That would be
I gotta wait till next season.
doing from the parade tomorrow.
Parade tomorrow, just so you know.
Yes.
Are you going downtown?
No.
Is it here?
No. It's the worst route. It starts at Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay.
Goes down to Park Ave, turns up Park Ave, and goes to Toshiba Plaza.
Yeah.
So it's like 25 steps. It's not even a full city block. It's a half a block.
I will say I don't think they're anticipating the amount of people that were there for the VGK parade.
I don't think so either.
But
no.
Congrats, ladies. It's awesome. I saw a couple exit interviews.
I haven't watched any yet.
But we're going to have a whole CBA episode coming up. So
yeah, WNBA
shout out,
offseason
ladies.
is going to be amazing.
Enjoy your parade tomorrow.
Have a lot of fun. Who's going to be the drunkest?
Oh, Jackie.
Oh, you think Jackie? Okay. I'm thinking Asia.
I'm going who the shyest, soft-spoken.
I was thinking like Dark Horse, Cheyenne Parker Tyus, simply because she had those months where she couldn't drink.
Yeah, maybe.
And now she can just let it all out.
We'll see.
Or Aaliyah Nye, as a rookie. She's like, hey,
she got playoff minutes.
She did get playoff minutes, and she got a ring in her first year. So that's something Caitlin Clark did not do and has never done.
Never not won a title with Aaliyah Nye on the roster.
Yeah.
Also never not won a title with Jewel Lloyd on the roster.
Right. Yeah.
So the big story
amazing.
with the big story with the Knights, I think this happened this morning. Carter Hart.
Yeah.
Signing, agreed to. If I'm not mistaken,
I thought it said like professional tryout
the
contract.
Golden Knights statement. I saw it on the gram.
I think like.
Hold on.
Okay, it said it was one of the tryout agreements.
Is that what it was? I swear it was a contract.
I don't know, and it was like if they agree, then the worst part he's not eligible to play until December 1st. Which
here it is. Can I zoom in on that? Following the reinstatement decision agreed on by the National Hockey League and the National Hockey League Players Association, goaltender Carter Hart will be joining the Vegas Golden Knights organization. The Golden Knights are aligned with the process and assessment the NHL and NHLPA made in their decision. We remain committed to the core values that have defined our organization from its inception and expect that our players will continue to meet these standards moving forward. So I guess that doesn't really say what his contract status is, but
it implies that he's a Golden Knight.
Yeah, he's joined the organization.
Yeah, so welcome to Vegas, Carter Hart. Control yourself. I mean, I know you were acquitted of all charges, but Vegas is tempting.
I mean, it was in 2018. It was when they were in the youth organization, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I don't even know when the girl came out. She waited at least 3-4 years.
Yeah, a lot of times. No, I'm actually
just saying it's and it comes down to what, like a he says, she says, because I was reading a little bit on it. There was three other dudes in on the accusations, and it's like the Kobe Bryant, Ben Roethlisberger thing, right? So he says, she says,
Antonio Brown.
We'll never
Trevor
know.
Bauer.
We'll never know. Clearly something happened. It could have been a maybe misunderstanding. This is a touchy subject because I don't want to defend him, because then I'm going to have all the females in the world jump down my throat.
Yes.
So just when you're trying to be a professional athlete, just keep yourself out of that situation. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. We know that at certain times, people are going to look to you as dollar signs. We know that everybody's every dude at least is looking to get laid all the time. And guys, we have to, as a gender, just be better simply put, we have to just be better.
I actually don't. I don't even know any more into the story of like, was there like a payout? Was it settled out of court? Was it it wasn't a charges dropped. It was found him innocent.
Yeah, I think that's
of the charges, and so
that's my understanding.
He is not eligible to return until December 1st. So we're still going to have to play a month and a half. And I would say if you're Aiden Hill, how are you feeling about that? He did get hurt in the Calgary game.
Right. So, like, the question to me is Aiden Hill's injury a legitimate concern for the Golden Knights right now? Is that why they're looking at Carter Hart? Or is this just an opportunity to add a good quality
depth
player? Depth to your organization.
Because I'm curious if it was like a waivers wire thing. You know how like when you release somebody from your roster, I don't know if the NHL is like this. In the NFL, it is. You go through the waiver wire, and it goes by strength of or schedule or record. So, like, if somebody was let go, the Jets would get first crack,
right?
If they want to sign him, does it go through that, or is it he's just there and the first one to get a hold of him that he's interested in?
Yeah, I think this was a free agency situation because what I read was that following last season, Philadelphia just did not want to.
They didn't renew his contract.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anyone was going to touch him, even though he did get. Because I was watching, I don't follow the Flyers, but I know of their players sometimes when we play them.
Right.
And I remember thinking, oh, that's weird that he's not in goal. I think in our games against him last year or something like that. Like, what happened to this kid? Like, I thought he was the bright spot for Philadelphia. They had their solid, because the kid is he's 20.
27?
I think he's 23, but that can't be right. Maybe he was drafted when he was 23.
I thought I saw 98 for a birthday.
I think you're correct.
So 27, that's still pretty young.
So we'll see. That was kind of the only. I mean, you start the season 3 straight overtime games.
They've managed to get at least a point in every game.
Every game, at least a point.
And those, Bruce Cassidy preaches that to get those early wins, because once you start to get tired, once injuries start to pile up down the end of the season, that big cushion, that if you have one, if you've made one, is huge. And it's been that way for the Knights for the past couple of years too.
Cup defending year, so 2 years ago when they started 12-0 or something like that.
Yeah,
just build themselves a big enough cushion. A lot of road games though, so they've only played 1 home game, 3 straight roads, and now they're back home against the Bruins. And so I feel like goaltending was the only question that I was looking at. Giving up 5 goals to the Kings wasn't not ideal.
No.
And then the San Jose game, I don't know what that was, but that was not a hockey game. That was really weird. The fact that Eichel just throws that puck from the red line.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it goes in. You want to talk about goalie situation? San Jose. Oh man, you should have looked into getting Carter Hart, or maybe you did, and he was like, "No, I'm not going to go to San Jose.
That's
I want to go
understandable,
to somebody that has a chance to win now." And then to just totally go out and misplay that puck, and Riley Smith with the easiest goal he'll ever score in his life in overtime.
That was just terrible. Like
terrible.
How do you do that?
Terrible.
How do you? If you're going to come out that far as a goalie, make sure you don't screw up. Control the puck. Make sure there's nobody from the visiting team, or the other team, I should say, skating right at you. That's just
I think as when you're a goalie, if you're going to make a move on the puck, you got to commit to it. So if I'm going out of my crease, I'm going. And I think he was there. And if he would have stopped, I'm pretty sure the decision to leave the goalie was a horrible decision, but you got to own that and say, I got to get to this puck now, because if I stop and try to retreat, I'm totally fucked.
Right.
So, and it just happened that he didn't quite make it to it, and they collided sticks, and then Riley Smith got behind him.
Better depth perception. Maybe the Sharks need a new team optometrist.
I mean, Sharks' eyes are more on the sides of their heads,
right,
versus straightforward anyway. So. We'll see. We got a couple home games, I think, coming up. I hate to say it, but I don't think the Bruins are a test.
I think, and it's funny, I think it's always a big game for Cassidy, Bruce. I think he always wants to beat the Bees, regardless of whether or not they're good. This team is obviously very different than the Bruins team that fired him, but the front office is still the same. The organization is still the same. And I think Pasternak is still there.
Yeah, he's good.
I don't know if anybody else is on the team. McAvoy maybe.
What about goalie? He's been there for a minute.
Swayman.
Jeremy
Swayman, yeah. But not a lot of guys left on the Bruins team that were there when Bruce was there. But I think Bruce still wants to get that win. I think it's a big one for him. And I know, like, even in the booth, Dave and Shane both have Stanley Cup rings with the Bruins.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and they bring it up every single time the Knights play the Bruins that, these guys got their rings. And it's good to see some of the old friendly faces again. But, I think we're in year 9? Year 9. Wow, it's been a long time. Those memories, while they're still there, they start to fade. And I think everybody has sort of really settled into their roles in Vegas, but Boston will always have a place in all of their hearts.
Yeah. So Mitch Marner hasn't scored yet.
Don't worry about that. I think
he has 4 points, 4 assists.
I'm not concerned. I really it's one of those things where it takes a little bit to gel. He's a great player. I think they're still trying to figure out what combos are best.
Yeah, I was going to say, because definitely a lineup shuffle in the game against Calgary.
Right.
Stone, the question is, and the big question I've been seeing around different things is what line is he slotted
right
in? Just because I think Marner was with Hurdle and Sod for a minute in that Calgary game. Throwing an assist out to shot guy so we can get one, because now we're 4 games deep. Brandon Saad also has not scored yet. Howden had like 9 goals already by this time last year, I feel like.
You might be right, yeah.
We were regretting that one pretty early in the season. That was Love you, Brett, though. Good to have a great season. And so is it something where it's maybe like we don't have set lines and it's just gonna be this ambiguous, let me try this for a little bit, swap out these guys. Are our guys so good and have good chemistry with each other enough where it doesn't matter who plays with whom? Is that a whom moment? Who plays with whom? Whom plays with whom? I'm not an English expert.
Nor am I, so I'm going to go with who plays with whom.
Who plays with whom?
Because
sounds
you would
correct.
say he plays with him, right?
Yes.
So that would, based on the rule, you replace him with whom and he with who, theoretically. Pronouns class. I don't know. And Cassidy's never been afraid to shuffle lines and move things around. And, if something's not working, it's still 4 games into the season. What do you play? 6 preseason games. And obviously most of these guys did not play preseason games together.
Nope.
So you got to gel. I mean, it's going to take a minute. I don't know if they have much experience playing on national teams together. I don't think they do.
Eichel's American. Marner is not.
Marner, and maybe was he with Stone or
Marchie? Or that doesn't matter anymore. But.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm sure within the next couple weeks they'll figure out the best combos. It's still very early right now, and
just got to make sure everyone's healthy.
Yeah, the fact that
Howden has been out.
Yeah,
and Hannafin.
Yeah, that Noah. Well, he'll be okay. We need I don't know. There's just too much talent on the roster, top to bottom. That it's not at the point where I panic over 1 or 2 guys getting out right now. Does that make sense? There's enough, and they'll find the scrap heap and find somebody else to
I just feel like they need better. They haven't had a good first period yet.
No. They're falling behind quickly in almost every game and having to fight back. And when you look at all 4 games, really, they fought back, right?
I mean, it's good in the fact that they fought back, tied it. They brought it back to be tied in every single one.
Yes.
And then they gave up a big lead in the first one. But Dorofeev on pace for like 97 goals. So
still a record, I think. I think he's still on pace to break the record.
So hope he gets one tonight. And
I'll be cool with that. I'm fine. I am wearing the B, but I'm not overly concerned with either team winning or losing. I'm happy either way.
Yeah, sorry, we're 4 or 5 games in the season, not a lot to go off of yet. So I'm sure more in-depth analysis and looking at who plays well with whom, and just kind of looking at the schedule going forward. We'll hopefully get some more home games here, and that's kind of all I got on the Knights. I wanted to ask one more thing. Transitioning sports. If you're an NFL owner, would you ever fire your coach in the middle of the season? Because I don't think I would.
Never. If I knew I was going to, I would let them know that that this is their last season. But I would give them the respect and dignity to finish out the season.
Yes. Tennessee fired Brian Callahan.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee never should have hired Brian Callahan, to be honest with you.
Tennessee should not have ever fired Mike Vrabel.
Correct.
See, Patriots, New England, and...
First place, New England Patriots.
First place, New England Patriots.
Yes. Oh, very interesting to say that. Used to just roll off the tongue. Now it's
I will never understand the concept of, and obviously I've never been on the inside. Never been in a locker room, never been in a GM's meeting, never been in that kind of stuff. I feel like the only reason to let go of a coach midseason is that the situation is just so bad. But I would not say the Titans situation is worse than the Jets situation, and Aaron Glenn is still employed.
I agree. I mean, again, like you said, we're not in the meetings. We don't know what's going on in the locker room. They've got a first-year quarterback.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of turnover on that team in the last 2 years.
If you have Callahan, right, he's an offensive guy. So his dad was a great dad was a coach of the Raiders for a little bit, but known around the league as a good offensive line coach. Offensive-minded system. And so you have Cam Ward, and I didn't watch the Titans games that close, except for the first game against us, but I haven't heard anything bad. Like, remember how they were talking about Caleb Williams' development last year and how it wasn't progressing how they wanted to? I'm not hearing that 6 games into the season now with Cam Ward. And that's, honestly, when you're a shitty team as the Titans are and you have a rookie quarterback, that's the silver lining that you're looking for. Have we made progress or no progress at all with our rookie quarterback? Right. And I would say that I don't think he's made leaps and bounds, but I don't think he's stumbled backwards either. So I just that situation just seems weird to me, and I just don't understand what Tennessee is doing.
Right. I think, like, when you're at a point where you're choosing to reset mid-season,
why?
You're giving up the season.
Oh, absolutely. And this poor kid, you look at, was it Jalen Hurts that had a new offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Right? Even in Bama, right? It was like 2 Bama guys, and then he went to Oklahoma. And then for the Eagles, it was literally, even this year, going from Kellen Moore, who went to New Orleans, to now the guy that they're blaming all their problems on in Philadelphia land. So, and
thanks to the Broncos.
Kevin Patullo or something like that. Yeah. Well.
But
they lost to the Giants too.
Yeah.
Giants beat them.
I think the Broncos destroyed the Eagles.
Maybe.
Patriots destroyed the Bills.
Patriots broke the Bills for sure. That's a truth that And so, like, I just, even in any sport, I don't understand the mid-season firing, because you're putting yourself in more chaos. You're upsetting, unless it's a fan appeasal thing. But I don't know any Titans fans that were like, Brian Callahan, get him the fuck out of here. And so
that's a good point. I think the media can run guys out of town. I mean, in Boston, the media ran Grady Little out of town. after the 2003 ALCS. I know baseball's a little different situation, but in reality, the leadership of these organizations shouldn't be letting fans, shouldn't be letting media make those decisions for it.
No, you're the owner.
Yeah.
So
and unless the players are saying like, hey, we cannot win with this guy, or they're saying trade me.
Even Tua calling out the entire locker room basically with his, and I like 98% certain that McDaniel's not going to be back with the Dolphins next year,
which is crazy because I think he's a good coach.
I don't
like
think
him.
he's going to be let go before the season's over.
No, unless something wild happens.
I don't think any coach is going to be. Who else would you even consider? I feel like the Jets, right? You have Aaron Glenn, 0-6.
But this is his first year too.
First year.
Yeah. I think like when you have a guy in their first year, or I should say a coach in their first year, and any sport, you got to give them a year.
You got to. You didn't give Gerard Mayo. You gave Gerard Mayo a year.
Yeah, we gave Gerard Mayo a year. I wasn't against firing Gerard Mayo. I think the issues were with Belichick beforehand.
Yeah.
And also the quarterback.
I think he was put in an unwinnable situation.
Right.
But Vrabel's made the best of it, and 4-2. I'm trying to think who else is not at the Saints. Brand new quarterback, right? Brand new coach, quarterback. They still don't have a quarterback. Kellen Moore, give him a year. I would say that Jonathan Gannon, I think, is the coach on the biggest hot seat right now.
Yes. There's a strong chance he's gone after this year.
And that's unfortunate because I think he's a good coach, too.
Especially after the Cardinals started off 2-0 and have continued to lose every game since, especially the way they lost the Tennessee game. They're the only team to lose to Tennessee.
I mean, he's not the one dropping the ball. He's not throwing the passes that Kyler Murray are throwing, but
that's discipline, too. You have to be disciplined and not make those mistakes.
I actually don't know Arizona's OC, so.
Oh, Jesus.
So.
Well, we'll put it right here.
Yeah, it's going to go right here. Sorry, person, but you'll get a shout out. So, I'm even thinking, is there college? Yeah, James Franklin. Again, I would not have. I think that was a booster decision. You lost 3 straight.
Yeah,
and the opponent who you lost to, I think that Indiana, right?
Yes.
Oregon beat them, Indiana beat them, but they had that really bad loss in there, and I can't think of who it was. Was it Illinois? No, because Indiana's a good team. They're number 3 in the country.
Indiana's a good team.
Oregon's
a good team.
So these Penn State fans are like, they don't understand.
They had it really good for a long time.
With Joe Paterno, and then all of that bullshit, and then they were okay, and then James Franklin comes in, and you won a Big Ten title, and you have to understand that you are in a division with Michigan and Ohio State.
Right.
And you are never going to get a recruit over either one of those.
Right.
Probably not, unless it's like a lifer that's like, I grew up in Pennsylvania, and it's like,
yeah, you got a Western PA guy.
You got to get one of those, and it's just like, it's like the Nebraska thing, where it's like, you got to have somebody that's just committed to, I've been wanting to go to Penn State or Nebraska since I was 5 years old. If you're a recruit on the fringe, a fringe recruit that doesn't have his mind set up, right? That's the kids that are the Alabamas, the Texas, the Michigans, the Ohio States. You're never going to talk them into Penn State.
But again, like in college, that goes back to the coaching too, because the coaching.
I thought James Franklin was a great recruiter.
These guys need to be able to get the guys. You need to be able to flip at least one or two of those guys.
Cold ass Penn State in the middle of nowhere. Like, how do you sell that? Come down to Miami where Columbus. It's 85 degrees.
Right.
Every day, and look at all the girls that we got on our beach. Like, how does Penn State compete
exactly.
with that?
You're a 17-year-old boy, and you go to Miami, you go to Florida State.
You got some Jen Selters in the stands.
Yeah.
I props to the guys, props to the northern coaches, because selling Ohio State isn't hard. I don't feel like. The 2 northern school, the Michigans and the Ohio States. Look at that. There's the 2 powerhouses.
Yeah.
Every other one is south Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, LSU, Florida State. You know, they're all. There's not a northern school.
I mean, how many are you going to name before you name Alabama?
I said Alabama, didn't I?
No.
Alabama.
Yeah. You named Texas Tech, I think.
I said A&M.
Or A&M, yeah. Oof.
They are I think they're number 4 in the country right now.
Yeah, they are.
I got to give them a shout out.
Yep.
So, got to give them props.
Props, yes.
Props, A&M. Do you. We're going to beat you at the end of the year, so it doesn't matter.
Now, there is a coach that I think should be fired after the season. And his name is Aaron Boone. It's not in football, obviously, in baseball. And
well, that meltdown against the Blue Jays, yeah.
I cannot for the life of me understand how Aaron Boone has not been fired yet.
Seriously.
The Yankees were once a proud organization that prided themselves on World Series championships. It's now been 16 years since they've won a title. Can you believe that, like, there are going to be little girls celebrating their Sweet 16?
Quinceañeras.
And they've never seen the Yankees win a World Series in their lifetime. And, I mean, that delights me. It just makes me as happy as I could possibly be. But it's, as a Yankees fan, I would think, wow, this is a disgrace. And why are they keeping Aaron Boone around? Because he hit that one home run back in 2003? I mean, it's been postseason failure after postseason failure.
It has been.
Because they beat a Red Sox team in the AL
that wasn't ready. I think your Red Sox team's a year away.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even supposed to be there, and they're missing 2 of their top players. So, it doesn't make sense. Why Brian Cashman? Why Hank, Hal, Steinbrenner, whoever's in charge over there, is Aaron Boone still at the helm of the Yankees? Because he shouldn't be. He needs to be fired. Should have been fired a while ago.
I concur. Maybe they just don't have a better option. You saw Schilt just retired.
Did he?
Oh. Yeah, Padres manager.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm sick of this.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, that's what Aaron Boone should do. He should be sick of it. There's so much talent on that roster. You know, Aaron Judge has been around for a while. They had Giancarlo when he was at his best, and now, you know, he's
Garrett
Cole, right. All these guys that they've gone through, DJ LeMahieu was there. They had so many good players throughout this time, and they continue to go out there and sign good players. Aroldis Chapman was on that team for a while. Why haven't they done anything? Doesn't make sense. Fire Aaron Boone.
They made the World Series last year.
They made it, but they didn't win, and that
they played poorly. Also, they played poorly in the World Series.
The Yankees, they're supposed to win World Series.
So yeah, we got Game 3. Brewers Dodgers tonight, right?
Is it over?
It started at 3.
Oh no! I mean, like, is the series over? Dodgers are up 2-0 going to.
They say a series doesn't start until the home team loses. Well, the home team has lost every game so far in both championship series. We've got
that is pretty wild.
3 Pacific. Yep. So we got Glass now going against Ashby, and then look at that! Is that a Max Scherzer sighting? Oh my goodness!
Is Scherzer pitching tonight? I watched him pitch in when I was in Pittsburgh and I saw the Blue Jays play the Pirates earlier this summer, and he's still got it, man. He's good.
I would say the Dodgers series is over. Yes, I would say the Blue Jays Mariners is going to go at least 6.
Blue Jays made it a game or made it a series.
I know. I was going to bet them too because I was like, they're not going to lay down, and I didn't make the bet, and I'm now mad because I think the Mariners will win tonight.
I still would love to see a Mariners Blue Jays World Series. I'm holding out hope for it.
Well, you can't get it.
I'm sorry, Mariners Brewers.
That will get 0 ratings. That's what I was saying.
No, I think
the Dodgers in there saves the World Series ratings.
I think baseball fans will tune in
Blue Jays
to watch a team that has never won a World Series.
Yes, Mariners will help. Blue Jays will not.
Blue Jays will be tough.
The Mariners need to make it in the American League.
Yes, I agree.
Plus, they got that Cal Raleigh, right? The catcher who did he break the record?
Cal, yeah.
Or he was close to it? For a catcher, yes, but...
Cal's the man. I love watching Cal hit.
So I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a minute, and I know what the Mariners mean to that area.
That's huge.
More than the Seahawks, I think they mean the most to that area of the country.
Maybe the Sounders?
Yeah, definitely more than the Sounders. But I am hard on rooting for the Mariners for sure. But I said it a while ago, I think to somebody else. I'm pretty sure whoever wins the NL is going to win the World Series.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll see if the Brewers make a series of it. Picking the Mariners for tonight. We also have Steelers and Bengals for a game that no one gives a fuck.
No one, yeah.
About. 2 40-year-old quarterbacks, I will say that. But
oh, really?
Flacco versus Rodgers.
Rodgers, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers.
I will also take the Steelers. Let me see what that is going. Let me see what that's at. Hold on. Hold, please.
I don't think...
unofficial sponsor. Let's see. Of FastTalk Podcast. Circa Sports, who are up the road, is the app that I'm using. I'm looking
Best
at Pro
lines.
Football.
If you do bet Circa.
Okay, yeah, bet Circa. Seriously. Give us a sponsorship. It's Pittsburgh minus 5.5. Your over-under is 45. And 220 money line if you would go Bengals plus 220.
No, I wouldn't touch it.
I
mean, it's appetizing, but no.
It's a short week. Man, I might take Cincinnati plus 5.5. I feel like Jamar Chase, he at least is just like, okay, it's a
divisional game.
Yeah, divisional, and Flacco can just throw one up to him.
Did Flacco play the Steelers yet when he was with the Browns? I don't think they did yet.
No.
But, I mean, geez, Flacco has been around.
What did I say the over-under was? Oh, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the over. 45.
45? Oh, yeah, I would take that over. I think that's a good one.
Cool. I think that's all I got for this little installment of Fast Talk Podcast. Don't forget, like and subscribe, please. I'll put the animation here. It's going to be right there, though.
Oh, nice. Like and subscribe.
That's it. Yep, that's all I got.
Go Knights, go. And go Bruins, too.
What do you want, like a shootout?
I got a Knight shirt underneath here, so yeah. Yeah, shootout. 4, 5 rounds. Yeah, we'll take it.
All right.
Extra round shootout.